the Book of Revelation. Even its name whispers of secrets and hidden truths. For centuries, this final book of the Bible has captivated and confused readers. Some approach it with trepidation, fearing its cryptic imagery. Others are drawn to its promise of a world transformed. Revelation is indeed a complex book. It is a book of vivid visions, symbolic language, and powerful pronouncements. But at its heart, Revelation is a message of hope. It is a message to the faithful, assuring them that, even in the darkest of times, God reigns supreme. Written by John, a follower of Jesus, while in exile on the island of Patmos, Revelation reflects a time of turmoil and persecution for early Christians. The Roman Empire, with its might and idolatry, cast a long shadow over those who dared to follow the teachings of Christ. Yet, even amidst suffering, John's vision is not one of despair. Instead, he paints a picture of ultimate victory. The victory of good over evil, of love over hate, of life over death. Revelation is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unwavering faithfulness of God. Revelation begins with letters addressed to 7 churches in Asia Minor, present-day Turkey. These churches, like the early Christian community as a whole, faced challenges from both within and without. They faced persecution from the Roman authorities and the temptation to compromise their faith to fit in with the surrounding culture. Each letter is a unique message, tailored to the specific circumstances of each church. Some, like the church in Ephesus, are commended for their perseverance and faithfulness. Others, like the church in Laodicea, are rebuked for their lukewarm faith and complacency. Yet through each letter, a common thread emerges, a call to endure, to remain steadfast in faith, and to resist the allure of compromise. Jesus, the author and finisher of their faith, promises to be with them always, even unto the end of the age. These letters serve as a reminder that the Christian life is not always easy. There will be trials and tribulations, but through it all, God remains faithful, offering strength, guidance, and ultimately victory to those who persevere. One of the most striking aspects of Revelation is its use of symbolic language and imagery. From the 7-headed beast to the woman clothed with the sun, the book is replete with vivid and often enigmatic symbols. It is important to remember that Revelation, like much of prophetic literature, is not meant to be taken literally. Rather, the symbols are meant to convey deeper spiritual truths and realities. For example, the beast is often interpreted as a symbol of evil and oppressive powers, while the woman clothed with the sun represents the people of God. Understanding the historical context in which Revelation was written is crucial to interpreting its symbolism. The early Christians lived in a world where paganism and emperor worship were the norm. They faced constant pressure to conform and to abandon their faith. In this context, Revelation's symbolic language served as a powerful tool of resistance and encouragement. It allowed the early Christians to express their faith and hope in a way that was both subversive and uplifting. The symbols pointed to a reality beyond the immediate circumstances, a reality where God's power and justice would ultimately prevail. One of the most prominent symbols in Revelation is Babylon, the great city. In the ancient world, Babylon was known for its opulence, power, and idolatry. It represented the epitome of human arrogance and rebellion against God. In Revelation, Babylon takes on a symbolic meaning, representing all earthly powers and systems that oppose God's reign. It is depicted as a city consumed by its own greed, corruption, and violence. Its fall represents the ultimate judgment of God upon all forms of human pride and self-sufficiency. For the early Christians, living under the shadow of the Roman Empire, the message of Babylon's fall would have been particularly poignant. The Roman Empire, with its emperor worship and persecution of Christians, represented everything that Babylon stood for. The fall of Babylon, therefore, served as a powerful message of hope and encouragement. It reminded the early Christians that no earthly power, no matter how mighty, could stand against the ultimate sovereignty of God. It was a promise that God would ultimately judge the wicked and vindicate the faithful. Section 5. The Triumphant Return, a promise fulfilled. At the heart of Revelation is the promise of Jesus Christ's return. This is not a return marked by defeat or despair, but a triumphant return. a return in glory and power. John's vision of Christ's return is awe-inspiring. He describes Jesus as a conquering king riding on a white horse, his eyes blazing with fire, and a sharp sword coming out of his mouth. He is the faithful and true witness, the ruler of the kings of the earth. This vision would have been a source of immense comfort and encouragement to the early Christians who faced persecution and hardship. It reminded them that their present suffering was temporary, that a day was coming when Christ would return to establish his kingdom in all its fullness. The return of Christ is not just a future event, it is a present reality. It is a reality that shapes the way Christians live their lives in the here and now. It is a reminder that they are citizens of a heavenly kingdom and that their ultimate allegiance is to Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Section 6. A new heaven, a new earth embracing eternity. Revelation culminates in a breathtaking vision of a new heaven and a new earth. This is not merely a renovation of the old, but a radical transformation, a complete making of all things new. John describes this new creation in vivid detail, a city coming down from heaven, adorned with precious stones, its streets paved with gold. There is no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the former things have passed away. This vision of a new creation is a powerful reminder that God's plan for humanity extends beyond the confines of this present world. It is a promise of a future where sin, suffering, and death will be no more, a future where God's presence will dwell among his people in perfect harmony and joy. The new heaven and new earth are not merely a distant hope, they are a present reality that breaks into the present. Through faith in Jesus Christ, believers are already citizens of this heavenly kingdom, and their lives are being transformed by its power. Section 7. Echoes of Hope, Revelation's relevance today. Though written centuries ago, the book of Revelation still speaks with remarkable relevance to the challenges and uncertainties of the 21st century. Its message of hope, resilience, and God's ultimate victory continues to resonate with people from all walks of life. In a world often characterized by conflict, injustice, and suffering, Revelation's message of God's ultimate triumph over evil offers a beacon of hope. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, that God is with us, and that he is working out his purposes in the midst of our circumstances. Revelation also challenges us to live lives of faithfulness and integrity in the face of opposition and compromise. The letters to the 7 churches serve as a timely reminder that we must remain vigilant in our faith, resisting the temptation to conform to the patterns of this world. Section 8. Finding strength in the face of uncertainty. Perhaps one of the most enduring legacies of Revelation is its ability to inspire courage and resilience in the face of uncertainty and fear. The book does not shy away from depicting the reality of evil and suffering in the world. However, it does so within a framework of hope and ultimate victory. The early Christians, facing persecution and the threat of martyrdom, found strength and solace in Revelation's message. They knew that their suffering was not in vain, that God was with them, and that he would ultimately vindicate them. In the same way, Revelation's message can offer strength and encouragement to those facing challenges today. Whether it be personal struggles, social injustices, or global crises, the book reminds us that God is still on the throne, and that he is working out his purposes in the midst of our circumstances. To Section 9. Conclusion, the enduring message of Revelation. The book of Revelation is a complex and multifaceted work, replete with vivid imagery, symbolic language, and profound theological truths. It is a book that has challenged and inspired readers for centuries, offering a glimpse into the ultimate destiny of humanity and the triumph of God's kingdom. At its heart, Revelation is a message of hope. It is a message to the faithful, assuring them that even in the darkest of times, God reigns supreme. It is a message that challenges us to live lives of faithfulness, integrity, and courage, knowing that we are citizens of a heavenly kingdom and that our ultimate allegiance is to Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. In a world often characterized by uncertainty and fear, Revelation's message of hope and resilience continues to resonate with timeless power. It is a message that speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart, the longing for justice, for peace, for a world made new, and it is a message that points us to the one who alone can fulfill those longings. Jesus Christ, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end.